Hi everybody, this is Jessica here. Welcome to the Jessica Show. Today is Thursday, September the 16th, 2021. Yes, this has been a very, very big day. So, without further ado, I'd like to take this moment and to talk about the whole stuff that we had seen, and then, it's just like the whole stuff going on all over again, and as it is, and I guess it is what it is, and nobody is questioning on that. Nobody was happy with all that, and this is what happens. And it is what it is, and this is what's going to happen here, folks. Look, it is what it is. We will like it or not. I'm doing this every darn day here online while I was in here. I'm not doing a live stream anymore. I'm doing this for real. So, what has happening? What is gotten into them? What has gotten into Trump? What has gotten into Joe Biden? What has gotten into everybody? Hey, and that's what it is. So, more likely, it's life, ladies and gentlemen. It is life. For real, I'm sorry. I mean, it's it's coming out of somebody, and it's everybody's guess. It is everybody's guess. I don't understand why it's going on. It is everybody's guess. The vaccines and all this stuff going, it has to get better. It just has to get better. Yes, it is. What it is what it is, and that's what the change is all about. That's what the changes is. That's what it's all about. But anyway, you know, let's talking about this and that, and let's go to this the stuff that we're doing. And yes, it is what it is. So now, what I'm talking about is I want to talk about this. Says the GOP slams body for the vaccines. Yes, it is. The GOP slams body over the vaccine requirement. Here's what happened now. Two dozen Republican authorities generally warned the White House today on the imperial legal action if a proposed coronavirus vaccine requirement for as many as 100 million Americans goes into effect. Your plan is disastrous and counterproductive. The prosecutors lead by Attorney General Alan Wilson of South Carolina, man, wrote in a letter sent to President Joe Biden. If your administration does not alert its course, the undesigning state authorities general will seek every available legal action to hold you accountable and uphold the rule of law. The letter is that the latest GOP opposition to sweeping new federal vaccine requirements for private selection employees, healthcare workers, and federal contractors announced by Biden early this month. The requirement to be escalated to a rule from the successor of CD and Health Administration is part of an all-out effort to curb the surging COVID-19 dense environment. The OSHA rule, which covers nearly two-thirds of the private sector workforce, will work will last 6 months, after which it must be replaced by the pandemic measure. Employers don't call for complaining could face penalties of up to 13,600 per violation. What is that? The rule will take effect in 29 states where OSAH has injustice about. And according to the permitted by the law of film facial fillets over states like California and North Carolina that have their own federal approval workplace safety agencies are had up to 30 days to adopt economic measures. Republican leaders and some union chiefs too had said that Biden was going too far in trying to muscle private companies and workers. One of the first to speak out was Governor Henry McMaster of South Carolina. He said on Twitter that his state will fight to the gates of hell to protect the liberty and livelihood of every South Carolina. Can't believe it. Now, all this is coming. All this is coming up there. And I got sure this is what's happening. It is what it is. The Republicans try to fight over, try to threaten Biden administration. What has happened before. Okay? What has happened before to continue this whole stuff. This whole stuff's gotta stop. I mean, come on now. We all know that people are getting sick. We're all getting sick. We're all dying. But like it is what it is. And this is what we always know. We always know about this and that and this whole stuff going on. And Joe Biden's doing his job, okay? I mean, look, we all know that stuff. We all know Trump, they take the vaccine, and but some of the Trump supporters did not take the vaccine because they're afraid that the vaccines are killing people. Well, anyway, it did not kill people. It did not kill people at all. I'm not lying. Some people knows they have, well, okay, this is what it is what it is. We're talking about it before. Now, the news on this right now is that the vaccines are coming. The vaccines are coming to 100 million people. And the booster shots are coming on September the 20th. So, we need to be ready for it. For the dodos. Okay? Now, we're not talking about this and that. This is how it is, what is happening so far. Now, in lowering a vaccine or written testing requirements, the prosecutors proposed that some companies could have employees work remotely rather than report in person, in addition to Wilson in South Carolina. The letter was signed by authorities generally in Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona. I mean, okay, let me start this over. In addition to Wilson in South Carolina, the letter was signed by authorities in general in Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, West Virginia, and Wyoming. That's what's happening. And how it's happening so far is we all know that they make people look bad. They make people look bad. That's what's happening so far. This is what's happening. It is what it is. I'm not here to talk about it anymore. But hey, it is what it is. The GOP is threatening Biden lawsuits over vaccine requirement. That ain't right. For real. That is not right. More often than not, it is what it is. Now, when they're showing this right now, it says, Moderna Incorporated has released a set of data which suggests its COVID-19 vaccine is effective in preventing serious health issues or death from environmental concerns by administering that effectively decreasing over time, such that um, who received the vaccine last year were twice more likely to contract a breakthrough case of the coronavirus disease, according to the data, which Moderna released Wednesday. A study shows lower risk of breaking through infections in participating vaccinated more recently, more than 8 months at the first dose and participates vaccinated last year. Miller, 13 months after first dose. COVID 19 kills Americans at a rate of 1 of 500 data shows. Among those trials conducted over the summer, later phase 3 COVID study revealed that 88 breakthrough cases of COVID 19 occurred in the more recent vaccinated group, 49.9 cases in per 100 person years, compared to 162 cases in the group vaccinated last year, 71.1 cases per 1,100 per person years. Across both groups, Moderna highlighted that only 19 severe cases were observed, but there was a number trend toward a lower rate of severe cases in the groups vaccinated more prevalent. Moderna insisted that the number of cases was low enough that the trend was not satisfying. The research found that those who were vaccinated early on having a 50% higher rate of seasonality breakthrough cases during the months of July and August compared to those who have received the vaccination letter. In a statement issued along with the data, Mandela CEO Stephanie Berger instilled that the data supports the needs for the booster shots. Now, it's promised to see closer and real-world evidence adding to the growing body of data on the effectiveness of the Mandela COVID-19 vaccine. Belzer said the unpopular status, the increasing risk of breakthrough infections in COVID study participants who were vaccinated last year compared to more recently illustrates the impact of running immunity and supposed to needs for a booster to maintain high levels of protection. Mandela has also required organizations from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for a dose booster shot, which will be one half the dose of this extensional vaccine. Okay, this is that's what's going to happen. This is we'll see what happens. Well, we know. Well, anyway, we'll see what happens. What's going on? So what's happening so far? It is what it is, and this is what it's all about. So right now, put that on. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go over this over and over. Now it seems like Republican Governor Ron DeSantis said that the Biden administration has slashed in half the state's supply of mobilizing in time by treatments that have been critical in reducing the deaths and hospitalizations from COVID 19. This is a dramatic reduction, DeSantis said today at the fourth Labor Day press conference with healthcare providers. We are facing a massive cut in time treatments of what the Biden administration announced earlier this week that the federal government is facing a shortage of the drug due to the insistence shortage and aligns in a situation in high transmission Delta environment. Republicans question politics behind Biden discussing to restore COVID treatment. The Health and Human Service Department will now control and return how much of their treatment supply goes to each state and has reduced shipments to many states in order to ensure equitable distribution, officials said. Florida supply has been reduced by more than 50%, DeSantis said. The Biden administration said the restrictions are in place to ensure that every state can obtain enough of the drug, according to Health and Human Service Department officials. A small group of certain states have analyzed 70% of the group supply of molecular and in-time treatments. Florida ranks number one in receiving 30,000 doses in the past week. Texas ranked second after receiving 24,000 doses in the past week. Its figure shows Biden has clashed with certain state governors who have refused to back vaccine and mask mandates. DeSantis has been at the forefront in resisting the mandates. He's fined Florida school systems for imposing mask mandates and plans to fine local governments that require employees to get vaccinated. Chris blamed DeSantis for the state soars in hospitalizations and deaths this summer, which they say could have been reduced if he had pushed for vaccinations and masks rather than fines against mandates. The vaccine is considered effective at preventing serious illness and death despite breakthrough cases. Yesterday, DeSantis spokeswoman Christina Paul suggested the Biden administration was retaliating against Florida. It is regrettable that the Biden administration will play politics with people's lives during the pandemic by withholding a life-saving treatment and providing a mixed message to Americans. Paulson told the Washington Examiner. Red state governors immediately criticized Biden for retaliating in-time treatments. They said the decision was not watched and came only a week after the administration planned to increase the shipments to states by 50%. And it says today, I'm pressing President Biden's time to explain the sudden retortion in these life-saving treatments without any warning after the administration orders us to promote them. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan said in a statement earlier this week, in Florida, nearly 100,000 people have been treated with monoclonal antibody directly after contracting COVID-19, DeSantis said today. That was yesterday. Now, what did DeSantis do? Nothing. And he wants them to stop wearing masks and start having those vaccines. Because this is what happens here in Florida when people die every day in Florida. It's just not right. And yes, absolutely. This is ridiculous. Now, hospitalizations and case are the seen in Florida, but DeSantis predicts they'll rise again in the fall as they did last year. Hospitalizations and cases are declining in Florida, but DeSantis predicts they'll rise again in the fall as they did last year. So, what are they going to do? What the people in this Florida are going to do? And it says we've been through a major cold bar here with a really huge cut, DeSantis said. We're going to make sure we leave no stone unturned. Whoever needs a treatment, we're going to work like hell to get them the treatment. Oh my goodness. So this is what happens, okay? This is what happens for us. DeSantis don't lose his mind. He's doing the stuff over and over again. And oh my goodness. I believe these people are going to die in the hospitals. The hospital cases are wised up. And that's what happens. And this is what it is. This is, you gotta make sure. So, gotta keep an eye on it. So, now we go to this coronavirus here in the United States. And here in the United States, here we go. We haven't had anything of that, that's for sure. Okay, look at this, folks. Look at this. It looks like this. And it says new cases on September 24th. September 15th. That was yesterday. New cases are 100. Okay, the new cases are 170,109. 7-day average 152,605. And let's take a look at the deaths right here. The deaths all held on September, lesson day, 2,584 deaths, 7-day average of 1,943. That's huge. And the test shows as of right now, at least one dose, 200 and look at these numbers. They can turn it out. The doses are at least one dose, 210,361,099, 64.1 popular, and the further vaccination of 179,695,287. That brings 54.7%. Now the tests are the average. Now we talk a lot about in the test. The tests have been taken. That was on September the 10th. Test taken 1,125,088. The test taken, and then positive test 145,136, and the positive of 12.9%. So since it has been taken, let me tell you, and go to the hospitalizations. Now, here you go. Yeah. People hospitalized with 92,269, and people in ICU 25,407. In the Graham County, it has 7,190 total cases, and deaths 94 plus 1. 94 plus 1 equals, that's 94 deaths. And in North Carolina, 1.32 million total cases, 15,541 deaths. That plus 100. Okay. And that's happening so fast. It's happening, folks. It's happening. So it's nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it. And for sure, I just pray and hope they'll stay safe and stay safe out there. And people are gonna be seeing the hell with this. It's happening every time, folks. It's happening every time. People need help. They need help, and sometimes the people have been fully vaccinated, and people who had not been fully vaccinated, people who had not been vaccinated, those unvaccinated people need to be vaccinated. That's all we can ask for. Okay, but this is what happens, folks. But don't worry about this. It will come soon now. Okay, we talk about it so far, and tomorrow they're gonna be talking about the booster shots. Yes, gonna be talking about the booster shots, and we're gonna see what's happening. Cause I know it's driving everybody crazy, like it should be, but it's just hell. So it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, and talking about this will be tomorrow, something like that. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's all I have to say. We'll talk about this tomorrow, and we'll finally gonna talk about it now. I'm gonna get my flu shot tomorrow, so pray with me if you can. Alright, that's all I have to say. This is Justin Kerr for the Justin Kerr Show. Had a great time. Good night.